Hi friends, in Planet Earth Dating, it's Sunday, March 18th, 2018. In both the Lynn life and the Jamie body mind, the authorized souls remain only child souls from the deeper, denser dimensions, and all other souls from all other dimensions, as long as they are already living by all the rules given to the Search for Truth community by wiser minds above all of us, including the rule to contribute more to completing the Search for Truth assignments given to the Search for Truth community by wiser minds above all of us, than we are taking or using or borrowing in Search for Truth resources. Periodically in this work, the energy gets really thick and stuck. It's like trying to walk through clay, and we have that experience of sentience going on right now. So in an effort to get the energy unstuck and moving forward again, we are using the miraculous bringers of messages known as lives and bodies. As always, our foundational intention is to do what is ours to do right now in all dimensions, to create worlds that work in all dimensions and for all categories of sentience that live inside those dimensions. And with that, the formally videoed, and somebody's asking why we would do such a thing, and we would do such a thing because that's what our soul contracts commit us to doing, and that we know that these experiences of sentience will one day end, and that we will be held accountable for our soul plans, as are we all.
That's true.
We're not going to be the one exception in all of creation. That's just unlikely. We're going with the odds that we will be held accountable for our soul plans. And we're not denying that, and that's why we're working on that big project. Why do you ask? With that, the formally videoed portions of today's efforts begin.
Restating the intention to heal the root causes of this pattern of falling face down on the life path repeatedly. And usually right after we straighten back up again, we fall back down. Asking to heal the root causes of that pattern and whatever it represents, so as to align the Search for Truth community with its soul plan and to re-establish Search for Truth space. What now to heal the root causes of the falling down on the life path? Starting to feel presences up higher, who feel like they know that they are the reason that we've been falling face down on the life path, and they know that the thing they're doing is causing that, but they don't want to change. You know what it kind of feels like? Is oil companies who, I know how to get oil out, I know how to pump oil, and we've been doing it for a long time, and I would rather just keep doing that instead of adjusting to the reality of limited resources and climate change and environmental destruction. I'd rather just keep doing what we've always done, even though I know it's terrible.
And it's coming to an end. Then adjust the way I'm thinking about my job or the way I'm defining the work that I do. And now they're getting kind of grumpy because they can hear us talking about it, and they don't like that we're saying it out loud, but they can also feel that it's true. Well, clearly they aren't the people to be dealing with.
No, that's true.
Go higher.
Let's stretch up higher, impulsing the upward flow of electrons up the back, punching up through even more dimensions, holding up the symptom, restating the intention to heal the root causes of the pattern of falling face down on the life path repeatedly, and right after we straighten back up on the life path. And then also the symptom of the non-workability in the thumbs, and also the symptom of the bad tasting water. And we're here to heal the root causes of those symptoms and whatever they represent, so as to re-establish Search for Truth space. Now I'm starting to see who might be the supervisors of that last group of people. So we can show them what the presences they were supposed to be supervising have been doing, whatever it is. It's causing a lot of problems down here in the smaller dimensions, and also causing the Search for Truth community to fall face down on the life path, which makes it really hard to do the assignments. So that's what's been going on down there with those presences that you've been supervising, or supposed to be supervising.
It's not that it's hard to do the assignments, it's that this is a message for someone. This is a message for someone. It's not that it's hard to do the assignments. We've got no problems, actually. Here, everything is copacetic. However, our job is to deliver messages. We have a message of falling face downward on their life path. For whom is the message? For whom is the message?
Asking to be shown, for whom is the message of falling face down on the life path? For whom is the message?
Don't waste time with these people. They don't want to do anything. This whole time zone, everybody we can reach, they're just frozen. Nobody wants to change.
That's true.
Nobody wants to change. This is somebody here. This must be Pan.
Yeah.
So frustrated with this. It's like I feel quite done with these people. Nobody wants to change. This time zone is complete. We can go in the past and see if they can loosen up. That would be my recommendation.
All right, let's go for that. Anybody who'd like to go back into the past? I think I feel hands raising in a variety of sizes, some of them really small and some of them bigger.
These messages need to be delivered.
Yeah.
No, there's no openness to hearing them now. The people to whom they're being delivered now don't want to hear them, which is okay.
It's okay.
But take them, find people souls who wish to, or willing to, do something, anything. You don't have to do the entire job yourself. You just have to get the messages on their way. Here, take this message to the people. Like, those are Ra's. Take the message to the Ra's. And you can just list off names. Who wants to deliver messages to Ra's? Who wants to deliver messages to the wizard? Who wants to deliver messages to Ulysses? Who wants to deliver messages to just anybody you can think of?
Oh,
who
that's
wants
really
to
good.
Into the past, where they're, and you can say, I am the big person from the future, and I
it's
know,
very
which
cool.
is true.
That's true.
And the situation is turning out badly, and part of it is because of this, and because you didn't do this. Do you want to do it?
So there's a job that needs doing to go back into the past and bring these messages with you to Ra back in the past. And when you go back into the past, you can let them know that you're a presence from the future, which is a very cool presence to be. And so you have a reasonably good perspective on what happens since you come from the future. And then you can deliver those messages to Ra. And in such a way, both you will be someone of importance back then in the past, just because you came from the future. And also you'll be able to work with Ra back then, which is a really good thing to do. Now, is there anybody who would like that job? Who would like to bring the messages back into the past? So those presences who would like to bring those messages back to Ra, you can go on into the past. And is there anybody who would like to bring these messages to the wizard in the past? There, I feel hands. You can go into the past. Here we go. Is there anybody who would like to bring these messages to Isis in the past? Well, there, I feel some sad presences. Okay, you can go into the past. There you go, getting the flow going. Is there anybody who would like to bring these messages to Ulysses in the past? And here are the messages. It's the non-workable thumb, and the falling face down on the life path, and the bad tasting water. Is there anybody who would like to go back into the past and bring these messages to Ulysses? There you go. And go tell them that you come from the future. Tell them that you come from the future. Is there anybody who would like to go into the past now to bring the message to Saul of the suddenly bad-tasting water and the non-workable thumbs and the falling face down on the life path? Is there anybody who would like to bring the messages to Saul in the past? There we go. There's some people. Is there anybody who'd like to go back into the past and bring the messages to Black Wolf in the past? Is there anybody who would like to go back into the past and bring the messages to Lady Edith in the past? I think there are some people. Okay, here are the messages, and now you can go back into the past, really go back into the past.
Start to deliver some to nature realms presences other than Pan. All the nature realms presences who are just standing back.
Oh. Is there anybody who would like to deliver these messages to the nature realms presences in the past? How about to Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego? Is there anybody who would like to deliver the messages to those leaders? Oh, there we go. There are actually a lot of presences who would like to go back in the past and do that. Okay, there you go. Go on back. Asking these other presences, who would you like to have these messages? Someone says, I'd like to bring them to Asha. Okay, everybody who'd like to bring the messages to Asha back in the past, here they are. Here are the messages. You can bring them back. Thank you. There they go. Okay, who else? Everybody else, who do you want to bring the messages back to in the past? Somebody says, if someone very small says, I'd like to bring them back to Luce, am I allowed to do that?
If you go far enough back.
If you go far enough back, you can. Okay, now that person is going into the past and carrying the messages like a backpack on their back. Okay, who else? I feel there are people who want to go back into the past. Who do you want to bring the messages to? Some people say Leo. They'd like to bring them back to Leo. That's really good. Just go through the door to the past. Anybody else? Who else? Who do you want to bring them back to?
Sirius.
Sirius. Okay, you can go back into the past. Here are the messages. Go on ahead and carry them with you. There we go. What about you over there? Who would you like to bring the messages back to? Yeah, you in the back. Who would you like to bring the messages into the past for?
Ratio.
Ratio. That's really good. Here are the messages. You can carry them into the past. There you go. Wow. That's a surprisingly big group for Horatio. Carrying the messages like backpacks on their backs. Okay, anybody else? Okay, I see a group over there. Who would you like to bring the messages back to?
Rupert.
Rupert. Awesome! You can do that. And now the remaining people in the room who have showed up to carry messages back in the past feel like the people they want to bring the messages to are people whose names I don't know. But I think that that's okay, and you can bring them the messages too. That feels like a valid thing to do. Go on ahead into the past and let them know that you came from the future. And take these messages with you. Here they are. The messages of the suddenly bad-tasting water, and the non-workability, and the pain in the thumbs, and also of the pattern of falling face down on the life path, really repeatedly, and shortly after we straighten back up again. You can take all these messages back into the past. Now it feels like the room is starting to empty out.
Mm-hmm.
There we go.